say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good evening, race fans. We are live here tonight on a Monday night short track racing with the Crooked Line Racing Super Late Model Series presented by USAFirearms.com. I want to thank you all for tuning in and want to thank Joshua Rutherford from Mullet Music Production for tonight's national anthem. He killed it as always. Folks, we are getting ready to be racing at the famed track known as the Paperclip. I'm super excited. Hope you are as well in viewer land. Hit the thumbs up button if you don't care. Helps out a ton. Also, hit the subscribe button. Never miss a single second or a single lap of the action here on True Sim Productions. We're live almost 7 nights out of the week, as we have the Tuesday night All-Star Racing League coming at you tomorrow night. Then, of course, we are always looking forward on a Saturday night to Race Chatter, episode number 15 coming to you this week. But for now, it looks like it's almost time for qualifying here at Martinsville, as these drivers have about 3 minutes or so before qualifying gets started. We're going to throw it down trackside to Joshua Rutherford from Mullet Music Productions one more time. We're going to crank it up some music. We'll be back momentarily. Alrighty, folks, we are back and qualifying is officially underway. Looks like Caleb B. Thompson's going to be the first to head out on track here tonight. Come aboard, Caleb, here. Very, very hard into the throttle, but then you got to be right back on the brakes here. Try to get the car to rotate as, he's having a little bit of an electrical issue, As Caleb also gets the curb there. That's going to basically make lap one null and void. Trying to see if you can get a little quicker than that here for lap number 2 for the 04 machine. And while he is doing that, folks, we got to pull up these points because, boy, oh boy, it is hot and heavy. Brian Zimmerman, currently the points leader with 323 points. Zach Murphy is sitting second, about 19 points off our race leader. And then, of course, Maple Leaf Muscle, Jason Day sitting third, Alex D. Harris fourth, and the one and only Caleb B. Thompson, the guy we just saw turning his qualifying laps, he is sitting in fifth. So everybody's still within grabs, even that points leader, Brian Zimmerman, as Jason Day goes top of the board with an 18.51. So coming into tonight, he's third in the points. Puts down a fast enough time for top of the board for the time being. Still got some heavy hitters left to roll out. As looks like Daniel Sweat completing lap number 1 on his qualifying effort here. First lap for the 07 is going to be an 18.74. Going to need to get a little quicker here. As first lap around, putting P6 on the board. See what the second lap can do for him. Looks a lot cleaner here off turn 4. He's hard in the gas, digging. Whoa, he actually got a little loose. That's going to hurt his time a little bit. Jumps up the board 1 spot with an 18.66. As the man third place in the point standings, it's a 74. The USAFirearms.com Ford Mustang of Alex C. Harris. As Alex called a race for us on Wednesday night. He called the Tour Mod Series. He might be back at it this Wednesday night. Did a fabulous job for us on the broadcast. As he washes up a little bit, pushes up a little in the center of the corner. As first lap around for Harris is an 18.57, so he's currently slotted in P3. 100s behind Brian Zimmerman. What can he do here? Right out to the wall for the 74. He's going to be 18.56 as Brody Mears takes over provisional pole. The young gun, the kid. He comes out here, he means business. But now this guy right here, Brandon Elvis, always a fixture at the top of the speed charts. He was sitting either first or second at the end of practice. First lap around the circuit is going to be a fast enough time for P7 with an 18.59. See what he can do here as he barrels off the 3 and 4 for the final time under qualifying. Rotates the bottom, almost paints the bottom right there perfectly. Right out to the wall at the line. P3 for Brandon Elvis with an 18.50 flat. Looks like the last person, we have Zach Murphy, Bradley Hollyfield, and Chris Clark actually still to roll out. So we'll keep tabs on them, see if they roll out. And it's, we missed it. Chris Smith, top of the board with an 18.49. So looks like he may lay claim to the USAFirearms.com pole award here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to keep tabs on the 29. And that is right. The 29 actually won last week. He cannot qualify. I forgot about that. So now it's just a waiting game. Will Bradley go out? Will Chris Clark go out? As they will not. Qualifying is finished. And Chris Smith brought home the USAfirearms.com Polo Award for all your AR-15 needs and accessories. Hit up USAfirearms.com. Get that grid rocking and rolling, though. Chris Smith, Brody Mears, that is going to be row number 1. Inside row number 2 from Elvis Coleman Racing, it's the 54 of Brandon Elvis. Then starting off in the P4 position, it's going to be Maple Leaf Muscle, Jason Day. Then inside row number 3, it's going to be Alex C. Harris with Brian Zimmerman, number 28, starting outside row number 3. Then starting 7th, it's the 16 of Chance Sapp. 8th, going to be Brad Carpenter. 9th is Daniel Sweat. 10th, Caleb B. Thompson. Zach Murphy is 11th currently, but will take the EOL because he's last week's winner. Larry Belsky's in 12th. 13th is Chris Clark, and 14th is Bradley Holyfield. 14 super late models taking the track here tonight, as it might be 13, as I don't think I see Bradley Holyfield out on track. Because now, we just wait. Wait for that pace car to get up off that track. We're ready to go racing. 125 laps here at Martinsville. Here in fuel, you can go between 80 to 90 laps, depending on how hard you save. But conservative number, I'm going to guess about 85 laps in regards to fuel. As you hear, the drivers revving the motor. They're ready to go. We are ready for them to go. As last week, we did a tribute to James the King Climer. We went to Nashville for a doubleheader night around the mini oval. Tonight, we're just up the road at Martinsville, a few hours away from the fairgrounds. We can pull up the race info really quick. Got a track temperature of 69 degrees. Track comes in right at under a half mile. A great looking field of super late models. Looks like you have a Supra, and a Camry leading row number 1. And of course, the Pontiac Firebird with the Chevy Camaro, row number 2. So it's all Toyotas. They locked out the front row. Looking like what happened Sunday night at Bristol in the Cup Series, or Sunday afternoon, excuse me. All right, first start of the race is on green. Barney Fife Jr. has the flag, man. He has it in his hand. His green flag is out for the first time here tonight. Chris Smith has that preferred lane on that low line. When can Brody Mears, the kid, get down? Is the 54 going to allow him to get down? 53 is going to make it to where he can get down. 53, 54, 52, all nose to tail as they barrel off into 3 and 4. Nice side-by-side action as these two, Daniel Sweat, Brad Carpenter, trying to duke it out, see which driver will prevail, as it looks like Daniel Sweat did, taking over P8. As we head back up front for lap number 3 has been completed, or lap number 2, excuse me. And man, oh man, Chris Smith put it on the pole, and he's leading this train around Martinsville. As it's hard to tell right now what everybody has in their car. These drivers don't really know exactly. They need a good green flag run here with some cars out on the track with them, laying down the rubber. As you see, we have completely went into nightfall, so this track has cooled off a lot from what they started on this afternoon. Who can stay on top of the track conditions? Sitting here watching the third place driver of Brandon Elvis, as him and the car behind him, Jason Day, very familiar with each other. A few run-ins between the 54 and the 52. At the end of the day, it's why we like short track racing. It puts us on top of each other, and these two are always going to be up near the front, so they're going to race around each other quite a bit. as the 80 car. Got a little bit of real estate off of the back bumper. The Camry, the 53, was supposed to be the 72. So on the ticker above, it will say that he is the 72, but just no, I'm calling him the 53. That's Brody Mears sitting second, because that is what is displayed on the side of his car. As I'm trying to look in between the wheels to see if brakes are glowing yet. The rotors on the 80 are glowing, front and rear. Let's check Brody Mears when he goes by here. Rotors are starting to glow hot on the 53, so that tells me they are having to put a lot of brake pressure into it. Get these cars rolled up and slowed down. Now, Brody Mears, he's somebody, he can get a little sporadic. And he's my buddy, so I can say that. But he is young, right? He's still learning. He's bad fast. He just has to rein it in. Now, he's currently sitting P2. I can promise you, nobody in this field wants to lead more than this 53. He's going to dive down low. Prime example of what I'm talking about, folks. He thought he had the opening. He drove it off in there, climbed the curb. That's the mistakes he has to cut out if he wants to continue climbing up this sim racing ladder. We know he's racing in real life, doing a hell of a job in real life. But seat time, exactly what the kid needs. Because he is bad fast. He has talent. Gotta harness it. Like Mike Joy said, checkers or wreckers. Got all the talent in the world. Just gotta control it. As the field, though, rolling smooth right now is, oh, something happened to Murphy. What happened to Murphy here? Did Murphy spin? No, just took it down pit side. Looks like the 29 is done for the night. And now remember, folks, he's currently slotted P2 in the point standing, so this is going to take the points and drop them on their noggin. And now the 53, we saw him apply a little bit of pressure earlier, got the curb. He's looking to apply that pressure again. I'm pretty sure the 54 and the 52, they're kind of just riding right now. Let's see if we can look at Brandon Elvis's rotors. We can get a good little peek at them. We saw them a little bit right there. They didn't look like they were glowing. A little bit on the front. Let's see right here when he's applying the brakes. I mean, I see marginal glow. It's there, but it's very, very marginal. Brody Mears is glowing orange. Hey, I mean, that's a tall tale sign right there. Brandon Elvis is letting the race come to himself. Come to him. Doing exactly what he needs to do. All these drivers, they know there's a pit stop coming tonight. They can only go about 80, 85 laps on the fuel, for the fuel. So I have to mention somebody like Brian Zimmerman. We know he is somebody on here that can save some fuel and still be fast. He's won many of races off fuel strategy. It's tonight another one of those nights. He said before we went live that it was tough for him tonight. He did not like how the car felt. Just was not comfortable with the car. As I'm not so sure we're not getting ready to have a battle for the race lead here. I think Chris Smith is playing cat and mouse with the 53 a little bit. But got to be careful because the 53, he's there. He can apply the bumper at any time he wants. He is basically in control of this right now, although he is in second. I think Chris is washing up a little bit higher on the corner exit there. As it's still all the 80 cars. We're 21 laps in. 53, though, he's looking down low, trying to get the arc off the corner. Not able to get the turn and the momentum needed. 80's going to close the door. Chris Smith, he's a veteran. He don't run with us a lot anymore for whatever reason, but he is a veteran. He knows what he's doing out here. He knows where to place his car. And, oh, he's also really fast at doing it. This is a task for the 53 here, the young gun. This is a veteran basically putting him through the ringer here. I am excited and ecstatic to see that Brody Mears has not stepped on it really. Has not done anything foolish. He's kind of rode. Now, we did see the one curb hit, right? But since then, he backed off of it. And he's just turning laps right now. But he's pacing our race leader. As you see it there, Chris Smith, Brody Mears, Brandon Elvis. That's 1, 2, and 3. Jason Day following Brandon Elvis. We saw Brandon Elvis and Day. They had a little bit of room between them and second place Brody Mears. They were definitely being conservative here. They're starting to track our race leaders down. Alex E. Harris, a little bit of gap between him and fourth place Jason Day. He's currently slided in fifth, and Chance Saps in sixth. Brian Zimmerman leading the charge around the track in seventh with his pack. In eighth is Brad Carpenter. Ninth, Caleb B. Thompson. 10th is Daniel Sweat. Old Belsky in 11th. Larry Bell. Bradley Hollifield. He did make it out on track. And Chris Clark is 13th. And boys and girls, we have a caution on the speedway. And it was the 54. What happened? Oh, we got to rewind this back a little bit. Okay, so the second place guy tries to drive it in. They're not able to make it stick. It actually hits the curb again. Now, what happens here? Oh, no. '53, he's young. Just went in there and dumped him. Gassed it up to make contact. And I'm going to lay out and let y'all listen. Riding on board Brandon Elvis here, number 54. I mean, he moves to 53. No harm, no foul. Does it cleanly. I think about this point here, he knows he's getting jacked up. He drives off in there a little deeper. See the car get pointed down towards the ground. That tells you the back end's up off the ground. And around she went. I guarantee there's not some happy drivers right there. As we had some takers go down pit road. Jason Day, Chris Smith, Alex E. Harris, and Chance Sapp. The only four that remained on track, along with Brody Mears. But I don't know why Brody didn't pit there, because now he's definitely going to be the EOL, end of the longest line, cause of that caution. That's going to be interesting now, because Brandon Elvis and Brody are going to be near each other at the back of the pack. Believe we're coming to choose cone this time by. Hopefully the camera swings around right here like it's supposed to. That ain't it. So if they go high, they want high. They go low, they want low at the start finish line. So Chance Sapp, he elected to go high. So did Caleb B. Thompson, and look at that. Only 2 cars so far on the outside. Looks like Carpenter wanted to do it. Of course, Elvis is going to do it. He sees that he can gain a lot of spots back. Or the chance to gain some spots back, I should say. All right, field's in the hands of Maple Leaf Muscle. As oh no, Chance Sapp spins the tires, getting to the 80. Now the 80's going to have to get in there. He had to enter super shallow all while this is going on. Jason Day checking out. Chris Smith, though, heads up driving by the 80. There's now Chance. He elected to take the high side, but you're seeing it there, folks. There's just no grip up there. No speed, really. He's trying to hold him down, pinch him down. He's really got the 74 choked up on the bottom there. Brian Zimmerman laying in weeds, watching the battle unfold. Out the windshield, jump on board Brian Zimmerman, see what he's seeing. The battle up ahead. It's the battle for third. Alex C. Harris almost got clear. I believe we're getting ready to have some carnage right here. As 34 finally, well, he did for a moment. Got clear of the 16. Now he sets his eyes on Chris Smith. Brian Zimmerman has to do battle with the 16 now. The 16, he's doing nothing wrong. He is absolutely doing nothing wrong. He is going backwards right now. He can't stop that trend. He took the high side, and you're seeing right now, and oh, he gets into the wall, watches up really high there, kills his entry, and now he's going to the very back. I mean, if you just don't give it, then they'll take it away. Use the high lane. It's all Jason Day out front. As headset users, please beware. We're going to crank it up. We're going to crank it up really loud, so if you are a headset user, please beware. Alrighty, folks, we are back. Thank you for allowing me the extender crank it up. As not a lot happened during the crank it up, we'll be honest. There was a little bit of comers and goers in the middle portion of the field. But right now, Brody Mears, we watched him chase down our race leader for the longest time, Chris Smith. Made a mistake, got in the crest, and Elvis moved him out of the way cleanly, and he dumped him. Ever since then, 53's been marred back here in traffic. Cannot seem to get back up towards the front. It's been all Jason Day since the restart. But now, can that and will that all change in the blink of an eye? It can, most definitely. As remember, Jason Day, Chris Smith, and Alex C. Harris, they have not pit. They are currently sitting 1, 2, and 3. Now, Chance Sat, Brody Mears, they also didn't pit, but we've seen both of them drivers have a little bit of issues, so the cars hurt a little bit. But our top 3, as they run currently, have not went down for a service. The first car to pit, Brian Zimmerman, and he's sitting P3. Let's jump on board with Zimmerman and see if he's saving a little bit of fuel. Not really. He might be lifting a little bit earlier than normal. But he's definitely not aggressively saving. You don't hear him shutting the car off. Not on the clutch, really. So Zimmy might be good to make it to the end. They pit on lap 27, though. I just cannot imagine them being able to go to the end, as Jason Day, our race leader, is going to start encountering some lap traffic. And that's something just got to get used to if you're racing in Martinsville. As both our leaders get by unscathed. As looking at the lap times from our first 2, we can get it pulled up here. As you see there, folks, remember, if the number is green, that means Chris Smith was faster than our race leader. If the number's red, that means Jason Day was faster on said lap. Right now, 3 out of the 5 times around the circuit, Chris Smith's been there. Chris is actually looking a little quicker than Jason Day right now, able to get up off the corner a lot stronger and straighter than the 52. He's also getting into the corner a little bit better. Applies a little bit of pressure right there, right to the back bumper of the race leader. Is Chris Smith looking to use the chrome horn? I believe he is, right there to the back bumper of the race leader. I think, like we mentioned earlier, between Chris Smith and Brody Mears, I think we're getting ready to see a battle for the race lead heat up. As we're going to be taking lap number 64. Jason Day takes him down the backstretch. He's still the man front and center out front. With the 52, it is being hunted right now by the 80. The 2-car breakaway from the field. Alex C. Harris sitting third, about 2 seconds off our race leader, as it's getting dicey up here, folks. And man, oh man, I hate to click away, but I also saw Brian Zimmerman applying a lot of pressure to Alex C. Harris back there for the 3rd place position. I think we're getting ready to have fireworks right here, folks. A little bit further shot. And shout out to Brandon Elvis, already back up to 5th after being spun from the lead. Can't deny the 54, especially on these tough flat tracks, I've learned. Jason Day got a comfortable little gap now. That's how quick it changes. Chris Smith may have heated up the tires too much, trying to chase him down, push hard for those 3 or 4 laps. As a track like Martinsville, it takes 5, 6, 7, sometimes 10 laps before you can make a pass over the guy in front of you. So Chris Smith not only needs to stay there and remain there, he needs the 52 to make some type of mistake. It don't have to be a big mistake. Don't have to be a catastrophic mistake. Just needs to be a little enough mistake to let that 80 car get that nose into the inside of the 52. And it looks like Brandon Elvis also got around the 28 of Brian Zimmerman. So now Brandon Elvis back up to 4th. Trying to chase down our 3rd place podium sitter right now. It's Alex C. Harris. And remember, Alex, he missed a race, but he's still sitting pretty in the points. He's sitting 4th right now. He will have a drop week. So I think Alex, realistically, if the drop week was already in, one could argue he might be the points leader. So he definitely needs to keep at least the 3rd place spot. But now Jason Day, who is 3rd in the points, he is leading this event right now. As we take lap number 71 of 125. Fuel, it's got to start being an issue. It's got to be weighing on these drivers' minds. These top 3 for certain. I think everybody has to pit again. But that's a guess. I know for certain the top 3 have to pit between Jason Day, Chris Smith, and Alex E. Harris. If they have to stop under green, it could really kill their race if the other guys get their timely caution. But if this thing goes green, you need to pit fairly quick. Get the fresh tires. Try to make the most. Get the most time as you can out of those fresh tires. As the 54 is there. Or at least almost there to the back bumper of the Mustang 74. 54 has already shown he can execute a bump and run cleanly if he needs to. Looks like he's just going to try to drag race 74. Looks underneath. Will Alex give it to him? Alex was kind of half pregnant there. He showed Elvis the bottom, allowed him to actually take most of the bottom, but Alex then blatantly closed the door. As a competitor, that's what frustrates drivers, because I can almost guarantee Elvis thought he was having a low line there. He showed it to him all the way down the straightaway, and Alex closed the door. Now, also, newsflash, Alex didn't do anything wrong. As Chris Smith going to be the first taker down pit side. Now, will that break the ice? And now, how many laps will the 80 lose? He definitely, being the first one down pit road, cannot afford a caution. As our race leader now has about a 2.5 lead over Alex C. Harris. Brandon Elvis, he's the first car that has pitted. He is sitting P3 right now. As Brody Mears goes down track side. See the right side of the number 80 getting jacked up. Definitely taking right side tires. Let's keep the camera here just for a moment. Right side 2-tire call for the 80. We'll see if he can get off pit road as quick as possible. I apologize. I was talking with race control right there. Alex C. Harris takes it down pit side. So the first taker when it comes to pit road was Chris Smith. He is currently scored as 1 lap down, but now once it cycles, that will change. My oh my. Brody Mears comes out right behind the race leader, and the race leader no more. He's going to take it down track side. That's going to surrender the lead over to the 54 car of Brandon Elvis back out front. It could be a spin and win type of night for the 54, but does have Brian Zimmerman on the back bumper, and I believe fuel is still a big question mark. As Brian Zimmerman currently sitting P2. Brandon Elvis P1. Caleb B. Thompson in the game of where the hell did he come from? Sitting P3. Bouncing back in a big way after starting P10. Up 7 positions, but does have a hard charge of Brad Carpenter in the 31. Right there within striking distance. 07 as well, starting to capitalize and starting to pull these guys in. as I got our race control going to talk to Brian Zimmerman just because we know he will tell us something in regards to fuel, if he can make it or not. As I believe they are good, but don't know for certain. As my voice is hurting me right now. Throat is dry as can be. As we have a battle for P3 heating up. As I was trying to open up a monster, it wasn't a battle for long. Brad Carpenter gets right around Caleb B. Thompson in short order. And now the 07 of Sweat, Evil Knievel putting a little bit of bumper to the 04. But you saw right there, Sweat was hard on the binders. Got that car slowed way up to allow the 04 time to gather it back up. So we got 39 laps to go here, folks. Green flag racing tonight. We've had one caution up to this point. I hate to do this. I don't normally do this, but I got to tonight. Brandon Elvis is our race leader. As Wade hold the phone, 28's looking to make a move on the 54. As 54 goes up and gives him the line, and then the 54's into the outside wall. That's going to allow Brad Carpenter to be there as well. As Brad Carpenter pitted on the same lap as Brian Zimmerman. But man, oh man, looks like the 31 has a little bit more tire than everybody else has. As Brandon Elvis taking it down pit side, so did not have enough Sunoco racing fuel in that number 54 to complete the allotted laps here. So now that begs the question, can Zimmerman, Brad Carpenter, Caleb B. Thompson, Daniel Sweat, Larry Bell, Bradley Holyfield, those are the top 7. Those are the 7 that pit on lap number 27 or 28. Can they make it to the end on fuel? Caleb B. Thompson cannot. 04 goes down trackside. Gonna have to get him some racing fuel and some fresh tires. Folks, we're going to throw it to a Tripods in the Wild commercial really quick. I am sorry. We have to here. We got to pay the bills. We'll be back momentarily. As folks, we are back as Jason Day just got back on the lead lap the hard way. He is turning almost a full second faster laps than our race leader, Brian Zimmerman. And remember, Ken Zimmerman, Sweat, Bell, that's the top three now. Can they make it on fuel? Everybody else that pit on lap 27 or lap 28, they bailed. They had to get fuel. They could not go the distance. 25 laps to go when they cross the stripe. Can they go the distance tonight? Now, I just don't think so, but I never know. As Chris Smith is trying to also get a lap back, or his lap down the hard way back. As right now, Jason Day, what he's wanting most for that number 52, he needs a caution right now. I don't think he has the time to chase down Brian Zimmerman. If, by chance, the 28, the 07, or the 43, if they can make it on the fuel they have, then it's their race to lose. I just don't think Jason Day, even being a second quicker than our race leader, I don't think he can track down our race leader. He is currently 16 seconds off of Brian Zimmerman. So, yes, right now the math says he can because he is a second faster. But his tires are going to eventually start to fall off too. As we saw Alex E. Harris and Chris Smith both get their lap back from Brian Zimmerman. So a few more drivers hoping, wishing, and praying for that timely caution to fall. As let's see if we can go to the field a little bit. Not a lot of guys really near each other. Brody Mears trying to also claw back, get back on the lead lap. Gets by second place Daniel Sweat as Larry Bell goes way up high, allowing Caleb B. Thompson and company to go by. They were not for position, but man, oh man, thought Larry Bell was getting to the wall there. See if we can jump aboard Larry, see if he's having to save some. Absolutely, Larry Bell is in hardcore save mode. The 43, that tells me right there he is close. He is close to making it on fuel. Let's check out Brian Zimmerman. Not using the clutch, but lifting fairly early. Not a lot early, though. You can tell he's lifting early enough. He's not having to use a whole lot of brake. Let's see if we can update where Jason Day is. So we'll keep the tabs here on Brian Zimmerman. When he crosses the start-finish line, we'll click over onto Jason Day, see where he's at on the track. As, oh no, caution flag is out. Bradley Holyfield, Caleb B. Thompson, and maybe Larry Bell. Go back and see what happened here on the record replay. As Bradley gets to the outside wall. Looks like Caleb was able to roll the center better than Bradley, and Bradley was having to stay woed up to stay off of Daniel Sweat. And Caleb B. Thompson just rode the corner a little better. Gave it a little boop. And around they went. So Brian Zimmerman goes down pit road. Daniel Sweat does as well. Does Zimmy have tires here? As he does have tires. Now he's going to start back a little ways. Larry Bell currently scored as our race leader, but he is going down pit side. So it looks like it's going to put the field in the hands of the 52 car. Maple Leaf Muscle. Jason Day, who is still hunting, fishing, and searching for that first win. Went winless last season. Yet to pick up a win on Monday nights. He loves Martinsville. I know every time we come to Martinsville, he's going to be a front runner. And look at this. He is out front, but he has some stiff competition right there with him. Alex C. Harris has had 2 race wins of the season. Chris Smith don't race enough, but if he did, he'd probably have a race win out here with us. We've got some hungry competitors here. You cannot count out Brian Zimmerman. He's on fresh tires. Guess what? He's starting 5th. Daniel Sweat's even better. Daniel Sweat's on 2 tires, which is usually faster in these super late models. He's starting 4th. Choose cone coming at you, folks. It's about to get dicey. It's about to get exciting. Hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already, as it is about to go down. Lots of guys going to get their wave around here, so going to get back on the lead lap. As Chris Smith didn't chance it, or didn't want to take the inside row. He chanced it. He said he had a chance at the front row, and damn it, he's going to take it. 80 car chose high. Brian Zimmerman chooses high. Alex C. Harris, he's in the catbird seat. Inside row number 2, firing off right behind our race leader, who is hungry. As lights stay on the pace car, they're going to take another lap around. As no, what is going on with Jason Day? Jason Day dropping to the back. Did he get a violation? He, our race leader, just got hit by race control. Did not choose at the line. That's going to allow Alex C. Harris to be the man front and center. What the hell just happened? As green flag is out, Alex C. Harris gets a great launch. Chris Smith does not. Daniel Sweat does, though, as yellow flag already back out. As look like maybe Chris Clark, and Brandon Elvis, both drivers facing the wrong way. I saw a lot of stacking up there on the restart. Brandon Elvis got on the gas, timed it damn near perfectly, but rest didn't. Larry Bell was not able to get on the throttle the way Brandon did. I want to show y'all something. Look at the kid, Brody Mears, come through this. He lived eventually. Oh, Brody Mears. What? I still am shocked. I am lost and cannot believe Jason Day leading the race, looking for his first win in 2 seasons, and got a black flag for not choosing at the line correctly. It can happen. It can happen. My goodness. As I'm going to be honest, it's going to be hard to wrestle this lead away from Alex C. Harris, I do believe. As I'm blown away, folks, blown away. As Alex C. Harris, race leader, takes the outside lane. Now that is probably, you get the better drive off, but to also help out that 28, who is a teammate to the 74. They're racing in the same Discord channel, we'll say. But I think this is about to get dicey. Zimmy, he's on fresh tires right now. Alex may be trying to befriend him to make it where he ain't going to race him nearly as hard. Who knows? The games we play behind the wheel. What will you do to win another race here in CLR? As your top four have all won here prior. As Zimmy spins the tires, going to stack the outside lane up big time. Brody Mears thought about going 3 wide. As 74 misses the corner there. Allows the 07 to stay right there to his inside. He might be regretting taking that outside lane as he drops it off a cliff to get clear. Going to be 3 laps to go, and they cross stripe, and they are all over each other in the mid-pack. Jason Day is driving, seeing red right now, making some gains on the outside lane. Drives in a little too hot right there, though. That's going to put the 52 car going backwards in a hurry. At 74, still leading the train around as it's going to be popsicle sticks up in the air. 2 laps to go here for the USAFirearms.com 125 at Martinsville. As just hearing word, Jason Day pulled it down pit side, so elected to quit, not finish out the race. 74 still leading them down Broadway for the final lap. As Sweat looking to the outside, going to try a crossover move here, get the power down for the 07. Not able to do it there. 74 is going to play defense. As Sweat drives it hard to the outside, going to try to make it stick, not able to make it stick. Going to be a drag race for P2. Who's going to get it? Going to be Daniel Sweat at the line for P2. Chris Smith brought it home in third. As we had some carnage coming to the checkered here. Brody Mears was involved. Who else? Oh, Brad just ran him over. That's Climer, though. Look, 31 did not get a good finish. Dude, I don't think Brad did it on purpose, but he may have. Discuss it on Race Chatter. I know y'all can hear me on Race Chatter. Let's discuss it. All jokes aside, though, Alex C. Harris, big time race win. As we missed his donuts. See if we can get him to do some donuts. '74 wants to celebrate or not. As picking up race win number 3 of the season. As he's going to burn it down for us if he can. Damage the car a little bit. It don't matter. Don't need it no more because this winning moment is brought to you by BAM Racing Videos. We got you covered here on the sim side of racing with True Sim Productions, but BAM Racing Videos travels all across the southeastern portion of the United States to all these historic short tracks, asphalt, dirt. It does not matter. Done a lot of work with Hunt the Front. He's done a lot of work with Flow Racing. Speed 51 when it was Speed 51. Racing America now. Check him out. It is BAM Racing Videos. As it is now time for the post-race interviews. Let's see if we can get caught up with our third place driver. It is Mr. Chris Smith in the number 80. As Chris, you're live in the booth, brother. Do you got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
So, Chris, you started on the pole. You put down, I believe, the fastest lap of practice and the fastest lap in the race. What'd you need there that last 10 or so laps to try to get up there and mix and mingle with the leader, Alex and Daniel?
Man, I don't know. It's just inside line. If that first restart would have maybe I didn't know what Alex was doing there. It's like we were going and then he stopped. I stopped and he took off. So I don't know what that was about. I mean, car felt good. It was just trying to keep it one piece. And I have sometimes these races right here go.
Right, but I mean, you kept it in basically one piece, kept her clean there to the end. Daniel Sweat tried to make the move, and then it was a drag race to the line there. As Chris, you haven't been able to race with us much. Are we going to expect you back next Monday, maybe?
Man, I miss the supers a lot. So yeah, something I might have to get back in here.
Right on, boss. That's exactly what I like to hear. As we head to North Wilkesboro next week, I know you're going to be a fixture there up in the front if you can make it. Who we got a shout out, brother, for the number 80?
Once I hate my dad. I know he's watching. Bad Company Racing, Coleman Designs, Chastain Law Firm. Thank y'all for putting on the broadcast.
Right on. And what's your dad's name?
Dennis.
Dennis. Well, shout out to Dennis Smith, I take it.
Yep.
For watching out in Viewerland as Chris Smith brought it home P3. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
Chris Smith, driver of the number 80, brought it home in P3. Strong run. And shout out to his dad watching, as always. As this is the guy right here, although he did not win, this is the man I want to talk to because, damn it, he was making it exciting there at the end. Mr. Daniel Sweat. Got a copy.
What's up, Tanner?
What is up, brother? And I thought, I was like, is he going to put the bumper to him? Hell no, he's not. He's going to try to drive around him on the outside. Talk me through those final few laps, brother.
Man, it's not my style. I don't want to drive through him. Especially after last week, man. I was trying to get to pit road. I stacked us all up. I still feel bad about it, but yeah, I think he was involved in that. After last week, I definitely didn't want to, boot him out of the lead. So I think I had a small tire advantage on him. I was going to try to wing it around the outside. I just couldn't make it work. He was holding on strong. He's quick here.
Well, don't sell yourself short because you were quick too. And I believe a few more laps, or if the caution would have flew another way, I think you had it. What was going through your mind whenever he elected to take the outside lane on that final restart?
Dude, it threw me off, man.
It threw me way off.
Yeah, so I'm running on a single monitor. I already got an ultra wide, but it's hard to see the car beside of you on these restarts. And I was kind of hoping that he would, I feel better if I'm on the outside. I feel like I can see the car, easier. I think you're ultra wide too. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was really just trying to not goof the start, and man, he got a good launch, and just couldn't make it work on the bottom. So tried to just run with him, hang tight, and I thought if I could just put a nose in there and maybe annoy him a little bit on the outside, I might be able to use that tire advantage, maybe pinch him down a little bit and come out of here with a victory. But I hadn't got to talk to you in a hot minute on broadcast, man. I'm just glad to maybe get a podium, sneak out of here.
I'm excited to see it, brother. Always enjoy talking to you, brother. Always, and I mean that. And super excited, brother. See that 07 back up front here. I know it's P2, but damn it, it's still up front. Who we got to shout out tonight?
You guys, man. truesimproductions always killing the broadcast. USA Firearms, they sponsor the series. Coleman Designs, Bad Company Racing, Barry Elvis Performance and Fabrication. Chris, my teammate Chris, two of us here on the podium. That was pretty cool. So, and a big shout out to Alex too. He did a good job and good win to him.
Right on, boss. Well, congratulations there on the P2, Mr. Sweat.
Appreciate it, Tanner.
Sir, boss. Alrighty. There was the 07, Mr. Evil Knievel. And then there was one. Let me see if I can get him up here first, but I got to do this for him too. Put that camera on the man because he is a big-time race winner for the third time here on Monday nights. Mr. Alex, live in the booth. Got a copy?
I do got a copy.
So we're gonna skip past everything, and I gotta ask, what possessed you to take the outside lane there on that final restart?
So my thought was being that if I could get a better run off the top because I didn't want to spin the tires with any sort of transition off the banking, off the
Okay.
concrete. Daniel just got a mega jump, and that's on him. That's kudos to him to get a mega jump. Because the first one I got a good jump off, but I didn't want to chance it again. So I wanted to see if I got a nice flat surface to just jump off of, and he just happened to catch a good start, and I just managed to send it in there on turn 1, made it stick. Say with turn 3, stuck it in there, made it stick.
You drove off into turn 3 and 4 like you were waiting to see Jesus, because I believe you might still be wide open going off in the corner, because you cleared almost a full car there for a moment. Now, it hurts you on exit, but super exciting. I had to ask you about that. And then I also got to ask, man, picking up race win number 3 already of the season. You were itching for your first win not even 2 months ago. Got your race win number 3. Do you think that 74 might be mixing and mingling with the top of the point standings after this race?
Maybe toward the end of this race. I had to unfortunately miss a race earlier this season, so that's
Got
kind
a
of
drop week though going in. I think I called it earlier on broadcast that you are probably already the leader.
Yeah, I'm not sure where I stand with a drop week. I'm just all I can do is what I can do, so I can only manage within my control. So if I just see bringing in wins or top 5s or top 3s as my car breaks on front row, then I could probably just as easily be the winner without the use of a drop week. But that's all I can do. I could just bring in wins, bring in top 3s, just be consistent. That's all I can do.
So the points are in. You are currently slotted in 3rd, missing a week, 44 points behind Demi. So you think of it 43 points if you win. So I think you are right there within grasp. So Alex, it's been a pleasure, dude, watching you. You were always quick when you first joined, but I can see that not only are you quick, you're putting it all together. When I'm calling these races, I can see it now, right? So it's awesome to see for the 74. Who we got to thank and shout out, brother?
Go shout out Tripods in the Wild, USA Firearms. Thanks to True Sims Productions to put on this broadcast. Got to thank you, Tanner, for broadcasting. I know it's a lot of time invested in doing this and keep the lead together. So thanks to everybody that puts this all together. So that's all I got.
Right on, boss. Well, congratulations there, and we'll let you get back down there and celebrate with your team.
I appreciate it.
As big time race winner number 3 of the season, Alex E. Harris says, man, oh man, it's been a night to say the least. We've had some wrecks, we've had some laughs, we've had it all. And we'll be back out on the track tomorrow, North Wilkesboro, for the All-Star Racing League, featuring WD Broadcasting on the mic. That's Winston Deal. Check us out here tomorrow. Same place, same time. Until next time, though. Whoa, we're skipping everything. Hold on. Let me pull up the results. We got too excited here. We got some stuff on the back end we got to take care of, if we're being honest and transparent here from a race admin's perspective. Let's go to the top 10, though, at least. Alex C. Harris, Daniel Sweat, Chris Smith. That was your podium. Brian Zimmerman, Larry Bell, 4th and 5th. Brandon Elvis battled back to a 6th. Caleb B. Thompson's in 7th. Brody Mears in 8th. Brad Carpenter 9th. And Chris Clark brought the car home with a very solid top 10. As now, we're going to close up shop. Catch OWD Broadcasting, Winston Deal, on the mic tomorrow. Same place, same time. But until then, we'll see ya.